the grid for the final.
So
and then double points for the final.
Double points.
Yeah.
Consistency pays off, in the long term. But here we go then. This is Junior Primo. So this is the Junior Rotax class for the under the 14 and under on the full size chassis. 17 drivers on the grid. Bella Fairclough is your pole sitter alongside Daniel Hartree. Then you've got Ellis Dealey and Maya Simpson. Alfie Forrester, great performance from the novice there on the third row of the grid alongside Leighton Kelly. Oh dear. And that's the number 14 Kart, Sophia Caldwell, who is she's exploring the Welsh nature. Oh dear. The rest of the field, very quickly, Alfie Forrester, Leighton Kelly, Tyler Davis, Zach Kane, and there's another driver there, number 79, Ethan Barth and Ewan Stevenson, Thomas Butcher, Eddie Stewart, Oscar Pitt, Sophia Caldwell, Laurie McVie, Jack Johnson, and Riley Mason Lewis. Alfie Forrester was the number 79 Kart, who was a novice who qualified very well. And Sophia Caldwell, I think there's certainly Forrester at the back of the screen there, but hopefully will catch back up. Forrester. Well, he's not on the black plate, so I'm not quite sure if the end plate was full, but we're underway.
Bella Fairclough was our driver of the day at Wilton Mill. She had some fabulous drives. Didn't do very well in this time qualifying, so we witnessed Bella Fairclough coming through the field on more than one occasion. I think we've got a false start.
Yeah, judging by the way they're still warming their tyres and going slowly.
Yes, that was a bit. I was thinking that's a bit arrogant, leading the race and showboarding.
Yeah, I think that might be a chance to give Caldwell and Forrester a chance to catch back up if indeed Caldwell has managed to extricate her go-kart from the scenery.
Yeah, of course. It was the false start was called because we were sorting out those couple of karts off track, of course. So we look like we've got the grid formed. Hopefully those two karts that were in trouble on that warm-up lap will be able to get at least onto the back of the grid.
Yep.
And looks nicely formed, isn't it? A nicely formed grid is something we all like to see.
Yes.
And that just there from our camera angle, Henry, just shows how tight and technical that part of this track is, just coming towards the end of the lap. Here they go then. Let's even get this underway again. That's a lovely shot. We've got the red lights go out. And again, is that a race start? It is showing a race start.
I think there was at least one or two drivers with their hands in the air, but it certainly looks like we've gone. So maybe those drivers were a little bit presumptive in their assumptions that the start was not good. But it's the number 15 from Bella Fairclough, that very striking liveried yellow kart with the two-tone blue race suit. Oh, two-tone. There we go. That's going to be started on two-tone. But she's leading the field and leading it impressively, Joe.
Yeah, great start from Bella, who this time has gotten to where she wants to be. We saw her drive through the field a few times at Wilton Mill. Well, her qualifying was a lot better this time here at Glanigors. And she looks like, once again, the driver to beat here. Daniel Hartley second, Ellis Dealey third, Maya Simpson fourth. It's Tyler Davis, Ewan Stevenson, Ethan Bath, Zach Kane, Thomas Butcher and Eddie Stewart. Eddie may even be joining us in the commentary box over the course of the weekend. But Eddie rounding off the top 10 there.
Always great to get drivers to come in and give their thoughts, because they're out there. We can talk about it, Joe, but they're the ones actually out there doing it. And it's also, it's great training for them. Great media training. Stick a mic in front of their nose. Right, go. Don't swear or pick your nose. Off you go.
Eddie's joined us in the box a few times in a couple of series, and he's far too good for my liking.
Right.
Far too good. Well, we are future planning. Here we go then. Yes. Challenge for the lead, is it?
Yep.
Through turn one and up towards Spoon. Yes, very much so. Daniel Hartley to the inside, and that's a pretty textbook move there. You've got to get the move done before that right-hander, haven't you? Because that's a sweeping entry into that hairpin at the top of the hill.
Yeah, you don't want to be going side by side up the hill through turn number 2 because I've seen it many a time. The tyre barrier is there and waiting to collect any driver that is offline. So you've got such a fast straight. Then you've got the one-line corner up the hill, then, of course, you can dive up the inside. The Spoon Curve is a great overtaking opportunity. But Hartley and Fairclough, they have put a significant gap on the rest of the field. And that's as you go through Paddock Bend, or Clubhouse Corner now they called it.
Clubhouse Corner.
Clubhouse Corner,
right,
yes, Clubhouse Corner. Since Eddie Davis and the owners and the family built the clubhouse, they thought, well, you may as well name a corner after
Great
it.
idea. It is a great clubhouse, actually.
It's a very impressive edifice.
Very nice cafeteria as well. Very nice coffee. We had a beautiful chicken wrap here. At lunchtime. You just missed that, Henry.
Oh, I did miss that, but that's fair. I'm on a diet.
It looked very well for it. Daniel Hartley, I think, was just kind of waiting for his tyres to come in, wasn't he? You could see that. Once those tyres got up to that optimum temperature and pressure, he made the move on Bella, and if anything, there across the line, 0.6 of a second there going into lap 5, 4 laps completed, and Bella dropping away. Let's have a look and see if we can, James, what's happening behind the two leaders. That's a beautiful shot, mind.
Oh, yeah.
Coming across the crest there.
And it really goes, you can see just how sort of like skew-if the karts are getting. The driver's really fighting it.
Because that's a braking zone, isn't it? So you're actually on the brake over the brow.
Coming up, yep.
So your rear axle's locked up already.
Oh, yes.
And that, for us, we're in the entertainment business, and I find those pictures very entertaining.
Yeah, and great work here from the Karting Live TV crew here to show how hard the drivers are working on the steering. This is the battle for third and fourth. You've got the Tony kart there with the green and white NASA panel. That's Maya Simpson with a red crash helmet, very Schumacher-esque crash helmet design.
Yeah.
And then that's far too bright for this time of day. That's the number 83 of Tyler Davis. Now they're passing the stricken kart of Leighton Kelly, who I think has gone off there, the number 78. I think we've also lost Thomas Butcher from the action as well. This is a good scrap for third and fourth with the fifth place driver Ethan Barth. Just see him there with a very bright yellow liveried kart coming through your screens very briefly there. He's keeping a watching brief on these two, but those yellow rear bumpers, they're there to make sure that they're to help the other drivers.
Yeah, they're there
Don't
to be
hit
seen.
Me. You can't say that you didn't see me coming.
Kind of see that you can target that from space, to be honest. And then let's just catch the back end of Tyler Davis. Tyler Davis was challenging Maya Simpson. However, Tyler now seeming to have settled back, just following her into Spoon over the brow there. And now plunging straight back down the hill, descending towards the carousel. I do like this corner. I've never driven this track, Henry, and I really need to because it looks absolutely fabulous. I love a track that goes up and down as well as left and right, and this one certainly does. Question is, can Tyler Davis now find a way back at Maya Simpson? Maya seems to be fighting that kart through that section. What's those switchbacks called?
Yeah, so the first one is called Devil's Elbow, and the second one is called Compression Corner, because that's what it does to your spine.
It does, doesn't it?
Yes,
it really does. Yeah.
And a lot of the drivers there, it's like riding a roller coaster. You know, where you go over there, suddenly there's your stomach sort of like rises up into your diaphragm a little bit. They say it really is like that. The directional and the
and
elevation
you do feel
changes.
A compression
Yeah,
there.
you absolutely do. So this is turns 5 and 6 here, beginning the descent. Now there's Devil's Elbow.
Yeah.
And then so it's a double jointed elbow, and this is Compression Corner, because you drop down and then suddenly the circuit flattens out a little bit. But it's certainly the battle for third is heating up. Tyler Davis looking a little bit more comfortable, especially out of the last corner.
Yeah.
Maya Simpson seems to be the back end, seems to be wandering around a little bit.
She's certainly fighting the kart she's certainly fighting the kart on the brakes there over the brow into Spoon, now down the hill, but she's certainly fighting it through the switchback of Devil's Elbow and the compression. However, she seems to have a lot of speed through turn 1 and up the hill, and then this is where she's having to hang on to the kart. And this is where Tyler Davis. The thing is, this is a one-line track through this section.
Yeah.
So once you're in front here, it's going to be very difficult for someone to pass you before you get to this point here, which is where the start-finish line is.
If you can force the driver in front of you to defend going into the downhill section, then it does open up occasional opportunities. As they pass a back marker there. I think that's Leighton Kelly, who's been off and has come back on. And they weren't too far away at one point from Bella Fairclough in second, but Bella's now opened up a 7-second lead over this. But this is the best battle. And Maya Simpson clipping the inside curb halfway around the carousel. And certainly does look as though Tyler Davis looks like he's got the faster kart, but Maya Simpson's got that all-important track position.
Yeah, absolutely. One thing catching a kart, it's another thing overtaking that kart as we get the one-lap board. We'll will drift away from this one towards the end of the lap and try and pick up Daniel Hartley, who has been the car to beat. He's got 1.2 seconds on second place Bella Fairclough, who was a full 8.3 seconds up the road. So we're going to struggle to tear ourselves away from this, because I don't want to leave this. We'll leave Daniel Hartley off in the lead, and we'll follow this to the flag, I think, James, because this could go anywhere, really.
Yeah, I think 1.3 seconds. Hartley, he's fine. There's a move. You could see he could just started to sort of ask a couple of questions.
Yes, he did. He was beginning to get a little bit impatient. He knew it was one lap to go board, and this will be the checkered flag board that these drivers see. Daniel Hartley takes the win in fine style. Bella Fairclough there with the fastest lap of the race right there at the very end. She came second, only 1.2 seconds off the rear bumper of Daniel Hartley. It was Maya Simpson that clung on to that third place. Undoubtedly, Tyler Davis, I think if he could clear her, he may have pulled away because he looked like he had better pace. But Maya Simpson drove absolutely fabulously and made it very, very hard indeed. Yeah,
Maya Simpson is not 10 seconds slower than the race winner Daniel Hartley, but she was driving accordingly there. The last couple of laps they dropped away because Simpson was... she was only the one real defensive manoeuvre that we saw, but the rest of the time she was just covering her line and being very, very careful.
Yeah, she had to be.
But
so behind Tyler Davis in fourth, Ethan Bath was in fifth. Eddie Stewart. Eddie must have had a bit of a nightmare in that very tricky track condition that he had in time qualifying, because he's come up from the grid. In fact, I've got rid of the grid there. Eddie Stewart was in 14th.
Yeah.
So a little bit, 12th for Eddie. So he's moved. He got up the order. He got up to 6th there at the end. He'll be happy with that. Ewan Stevenson 7th. Zach Kane 8th. At 9th was Alfie Forrester. Laurie McVeigh was 10th. 11th was Riley Mason Lewis. 12th was Oscar Pitt. Ellis Dealey was